How you doing, people? Robert here, aka Robess, Anti-Corruption Scotland. I'm going to do a video and it relates to this letter I received today, winter vaccines. And the letter was sent from the entity known as NHS Scotland, not a man or woman, an entity corporate name. And I would like to know how they did that, because a corporate name, as I keep telling you, has no life, no right of mind to contract. Strange, but true. Now, on the letter it says, Dear Robert Sproul, and it's the old capital name, people. You're invited to get your free flu and COVID-19 vaccines. It is important you book an appointment. You have to get vaccinated every year because viruses change constantly and your immunity to flu and COVID-19 may have reduced since the last vaccination. Really interesting. The vaccinations will help protect you from becoming seriously ill with flu and COVID-19 this winter. Well, maybe they should try telling that to the people that took it, that took blood clots, heart attacks and lose limbs. They took that. Did that help them? No. It nearly killed them, most of them. Right? And that's a fact. Yellow card scheme, go check it out, people. Government can't lie. We know the figures on that's been manipulated, but it's there. How to book an appointment. Visit www.informscot/wintervaccines. Your unique username is RobertSP079. Alright? Forgotten your password can be recovered online. So what they want to do, people, is they want you to go online. Everybody wants you online because once you're online, they've got control. Stay offline. Just tell them you've not got a computer, you can't go online, right? Don't consent to anyway, nobody can make you do anything different that you don't want to do. It's also, if you see people has a scan code as well, you can scan it as well, a load of bollocks, right? If you cannot find a suitable appointment, please keep checking as new ones are added regularly, right? Call the vaccination helpline. So when you phone up, ask to speak to the man or woman called vaccination helpline, right? And they'll tell you there's nobody called that, right? There's men and women hiding behind that corporate mask. On 0800 030 8013. If you cannot access the booking portal, please note the helpline has access to the same appointments as booking the portal, right? If you have had the flu vaccination since August 2024, for example, at work or a pharmacy, you do not need to book an appointment for flu vaccination appointment this year. If you are eligible for both vaccines, you can get them at the same time. Really? There you go, people. It's your lucky day, a double whammy. Huh? See how easy it is to deceive you. Take you to them, you're alright, you know what I'm talking about. Right? It's a nonsense, people. They're lying to the people and people need to waken up. Please read endorsed leaflet or visit www.nhsinform.scot/wintervaccines before your appointment, right? So you have to read upon it what they're going to do, right? On the day of your appointment, please bring a list of medications you are taking or any medicines or treatment or therapy you are receiving from a hospital or a specialist clinic to discuss with your vaccinator. Vaccinator, people, is a person acting in a role, a man or woman hiding behind the mask. Vaccinator, the name, and escapes liability, right? Legally, word trickery to deceive the people and lie. You can bring a carer, a sighted guide, a translator or an assistance dog to your appointment if required. I want to take the dog because that's a bit rough. You can bring your children if childcare is not available. Please bring a completed Section 47 certificate of incapacity if you have a guardian, carer or close relative who gives consent on your behalf. Now, this is one thing I want to clear up here and verify. Never let anybody give your consent, right? Because it's like a lot of people a way back when I was at hospital, my father, God rest his soul, were giving consent to do not resuscitate on their family's behalf, right? So technically, when that consent's given, God forbid, if your heart stops on that table, if you're in for an operation, they don't need to resuscitate you because you've consented for them to kill you, right? And that's a fact. Additional information. Call 0800 030 8013 if you have a physical or mental health condition. That means you're unable to leave your home, or if you need additional support at your appointment, for example, someone to support you when you arrive, or a private space to be vaccinated, your request will be sent to the local health board. Again, people, local health board is a corporate fictitious name. There is no man or woman called that. And the people out there that still don't get this, I think they need to go for mental health assessments, because it's so crystal clear. It's been explained time and time again, and they still don't get it because they're ignorant, or they just don't care, right? If you're immunization suppressed, anyone who shares living accommodation with you on most days during the winter will be eligible for the flu vaccine. Carers included unpaid, young carers aged 16 or over, also eligible to get the flu vaccine. Please visit www.nhsinforms.scot/winter vaccines, right? For further information on eligibility and how to book an appointment. Yours sincerely, people. There is no name on it. Why is that? Because no man or woman wants to put their name on it, because they come personally liable, right? Now, when you go there voluntary and you accept that without questioning it, God help you, right? You've made a decision that's either for you or against you, and as time goes on, you'll find out if it's against you because you've taken no will, right? And that's a fact. It's been proven time and time again. So what I would suggest, if you're considering the toxins that they're wanting to put in your body, right? There's questions need to be asked with the man or woman acting capacity as vaccinator. And one of the questions that has to be asked is, do you know what's in that vaccination? Right? The answer most times will be no. Secondly, will you accept full personal liability if I become unwell or die? The answer is, again, will be no. And ask them, do you know what's in that? Yourself, do you have knowledge what's in that vaccination, right? And if the answer is no to these three questions, people, that should be a panic button to make a decision. No, it takes something that's not good for you, right? Because most of these people are just following orders, like the Nuremberg trials. I was just doing my job. Well, most people in the past with this pandemic nonsense were just doing their job. People have lost limbs. People have had blood clots because of this, and people have died unnecessarily, right? An example, care homes. Midazolam and morphine get to the people in the care homes. Killed them outright, people. And again, every part of this system works together against the people. It's not for you. There is no remedy in this system, people. And that's a fact. They don't care. As long as they're getting their wages and paying their bills, feeding themselves, going on their holidays, paying for their car, paying their mortgage, they don't care. They're just doing their job. And that isn't a good enough reason just to do your job to cause harm or loss to some man or woman or family, relative. That isn't good enough, people. Anyway, remember this. Your body is your property, excluded from all others in a legal system, legal society. Your consent is your property, excluded from all others in a legal system, legal society. Everything attached to you, the man or woman, or yourself, the man or woman, is your property. Your body is your property. No other man or woman can claim that body because it's attached to the man or woman individually. And for them to make a superior claim, it's their body, it need to be attached to them. Easy. Do you get that yet? Your mind is your property. Your thoughts is your property. And your decision is your property. And that's a fact in law, people. We come into this world free, but we're not free. anymore because corruption, liars, and people causing harm, loss, and injury to people because of a system of presumption. They assume presumption. Now, when you go to a hospital and you need an operation, what is the first thing that they ask you to do before you even get that? They ask you to fill in a consent form. So what you're doing is consenting for them to take you into a theatre. And let me tell you this, once you've consented, for instance, if something goes wrong in that theatre and you don't come out of that theatre, you consented to that, because all you have to turn around and say is there was complications and there's nothing you can do because you consented. And that's the important word. That's the important word that you should keep in your mind: consent. Only the man or woman can consent. A person, again, I've never met my person and I've never met anybody else's person. And again, if you've met your person or anybody else's person, please come back and give me intel on the video, because I'm curious to see that, because every time I've asked that, it's never happened. And if you did come back and say you met somebody's person, you're a liar, and I verify that under a charge of perjury. Any court jurisdiction in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, Court of Session, Supreme Court or beyond. And again, there's nobody says that on the internet, okay, as far as I'm aware. That's how diligent I am, people. That's how far I'm willing to go. I'm willing to go the extra yard to prove the point, okay? Take stock of what's been said in this video, people. Please think about what's been said in this video. It's important because you're going to make a decision that could have a dramatic effect on your life and your well-being and your health. That's what I'm saying. I'm not medical qualified and I'm not giving medical advice, but since this pandemic started a way back, I've been around thousands of people, cuddled people, shook hands, spoke to people, sat in people's company, and I'm still here, people. I've never had, touch wood, complications, ill health. I've maybe got a dose of the flu, paracetamol, hot drinks or antibiotics depending how bad it is. That's what I get. I'm not taking no needles and pins in my arm, people. No toxins in my body apart from what I've just mentioned, right? And that's a last resort. Please share this information far and wide. Please have faith and confidence in what I tell you. And what I tell you, I'm telling you for your benefit. What you do with that information, how you interpret that information, and how you make your decisions with what that information is given is your choice, the man or woman's choice, not the person's, the man or woman's. So common sense hopefully will prevail. If you pay attention to what you've been said, I just thought I'd do this video, people, because as far as I'm concerned, this is important, right? They're tricking you with fictitious corporate names to draw you in. They want you to go online to draw you in so they can control, and they want to steal your consent, right? That's terrible. And again, never let anybody make consent decisions for yourself. That's different if somebody is in a mental condition that they've not got the ability to give consent, right? But if you've got the ability to give consent or remove consent, that's your choice, that's your decision, and that's your property. Anyway, people, I hope you find this video interesting, and I hope you take stock of what I've explained. Again, I'll verify it and I say here, under a charge of perjury, any court jurisdiction in the lands of Scotland, England, Ireland or Wales, Court of Session or Supreme Court or beyond, right? I'm no fear of this system, I know how this system works. I'll speak soon, people. Take care, be safe, bye bye.